everyone. My fiance Jen and I just got back from our Washington, D.C. trip not too long ago. It was a trip I planned as a surprise for her. We went a couple days. I didn't film like the first half of it only because even though I do YouTube, I still like to just have those moments where I'm not worried about filming stuff. So probably the first half isn't really filmed, but we did take a few pictures and some videos on our phone, posted it to our Instagram. So if you are really interested, you can check that out. The first thing we did when we got there was we went to Ford's Theater. It's where Abraham Lincoln was shot. Such a surreal thing because I always knew about that just from history back in school, but actually seeing the theater physically there, we got to go and we couldn't go into the booth he was shot, but they have like this glass enclosure so you could like look in and they had it all set up. So trying to like go in there and picture in your mind John Wilkes Booth going in there, like shooting him, he jumped onto the stage and then seeing like the height of where he was, like the stage. Because in my mind, I think of our local theater here where they do live performances and I'm like, if somebody were to jump from there and go down there, they'd probably die. But in real life, it probably would have hurt. He probably would have, I think he sprained his leg or something, but it was like, oh, okay, I could totally see somebody jumping down from there, especially if you got all this adrenaline and stuff going on. But super surreal, man, just being there like where Lincoln was and where Lincoln was assassinated. The second place we went was to see the Declaration of Independence. We actually watched National Treasure before we left for DC. So I was like all gung-ho about it. I'm like, they have the thermal sensors that are detecting too much heat and stuff. And I was planning to film it. I brought my camera for that. But they were like, no photography, no videography of any kind. I'm pretty sure what happened was people would take pictures with the flash on of the documents. And if you do that too many times, it will begin to deteriorate the documents. So I think they went with, you can take pictures, but no flash. But then of course you get those idiots in there who take a picture and the flash is on and they're like, oh, sorry, I forgot to turn it off. Oh, sorry, I thought I turned it off. I guess it didn't turn off. And I think they ruined it for everyone. They also present the documents in like really low light, again, in an attempt to kind of preserve them. So I did not get to see the map on the back of the Declaration of Independence, but we got to see the founding documents of the country, which is really cool. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence. They had a lot of stuff. It was a whole museum, so that was just like the main part of it, but really, really cool. So after that, we began heading to the National Monument and just wanted to explore some, and so here's some of that. We're here in Washington, D.C. at the National Monument, waiting to see if Spider-Man's going to show up. Happened to come on Constitution Day. It was totally happenstance. So there's been a lot of ceremonies, a lot of like special events and things going on. Forrest Gump, that's where Jenny came out and Forrest ran to go meet her halfway in the water. It's a good movie.
Such a good moment.
Where are we?
The International Spy Museum. See? Spy. No.
No, they're microphones.
Microphones.
Yeah.
Cool. Wonderful.
Hope diamond.
Yeah, that's the diamond that everybody that's owned it in history has died or...
Yeah, that's how the documentary, you know, I know. Here at the National History Museum. It reminds me of the Titanic. Flip it over, go, 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 flip it over. Dude kind of looks like he's trying to hold in a poo.
For real. Does.
Booster ignition and the final liftoff of Discovery. A tribute to the dedication and hard work and pride of America's space shuttle team.
It looks like they're not going to let us get any closer.
So, this is it?
Like the rally is pretty lit over here. There's like 60 people.
They want you to talk about MLK for the rest of your life and do absolutely nothing but fixing you. Talk about homoism. Talk about Harry Devin. Talk about all these
I'll tell you, I was expecting more.
I know. Maybe it was more earlier.
Did you hear what that guy said? He's like, even the defund the police I don't agree with. And the other guy goes, how about you defund your butthole? It's a top tier comeback. The trip was really fun. I told Jen about a week before we had to leave that I'd planned it out. So everything was taken care of, our stay, our travel, all that. Our reservations for some of the museums and some of the things that we got to do. So she really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this, leave it a like, comment down below letting us know your thoughts. Subscribe if you want to see more fun content. Consider joining my Patreon to get early access to select videos and other fun stuff. As always, I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.